Canelo's going to fight Billy Joe Saunders, a Mexican. How do you feel about Canelo's chances against Billy Joe Saunders?
Should be a great fight. That's another thing. It should be a great fight. I'm sure Billy Joe is going to try to keep him on the outside, but we're talking about Canelo. Canelo's one of those guys that he's just relentless. He's going to keep coming and keep fighting, keep coming forward, which calls for a great fight and a great knockout by Canelo if he finally catches him.
No matter what Saunders does, he's going to get robbed, even if he actually loses. Which it's a good fight. Saunders and Canelo, a good fight, but
Can Saunders win that fight?
I mean, Saunders can win that fight in our minds, but he can also lose it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a 50-50 fight, but he can win that fight in our minds. I don't think he can win it on the scorecards at all, no.
I mean, to be honest, I don't feel like Canelo if I win the mandatory like I am, I feel like Canelo, he's not going to give me the opportunity anyways. I feel like he's probably just going to vacate the title or do something like that. I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I am the best. But honestly, I don't think he's going to take the fight. We were never in talks before when I had the WBC title. We're never in talks to make the fight happen. He never reached out to me. He reached out to every other champion besides me. And I feel like if he, when he beats Billy Joe Saunders and then he goes and beat Caleb Plant, I feel like he's going to say that his work at super middleweight division was done. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. If it's Canelo, if it's Caleb Plant, if it's Charlo, Ronald Ellis, whoever. My job is to beat whoever, and I am going to beat whoever it is that they put in front of me.
What advice would you give Billy Joe heading into this fight? He could be facing the same situation here.
The advice I give Billy Joe Saunders is be smart. Don't be stupid in that ring. Don't try to be brave, because Canelo hits hard with both hands, and he's unpredictable. He's very unpredictable. Canelo's very smart. Canelo reels you in. He sets traps. You fall into him, you're done.
So is Canelo gonna fight Billy Joe Saunders even though the ring too big? I heard some bullshit happen where the ring was like supposed to be 24 and then they made it 20. So like, come on, Billy Joe, you on some bullshit, nigga. Pussy, you scared of that nigga Canelo? You with that smoke. Canelo by far the best fighter in the world right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's what it is. And the best should fight the best. So the truth is to be told. Canelo a fucking stud and them motherfuckers work hard just like me. And I like when motherfuckers work hard.
Got any words for that?
I think Canelo pulls it off, but we'll see. Billy, he's got some good attributes, so we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, what's next for you, man?
Sometime in September, so we'll see if we get it figured out.
What's your prediction in that fight, and how do you see things playing out, man? Does Billy Joe stand a chance in this fight?
I give him a chance to give him some good work, probably make him work a little harder than he has recently. But I definitely see Canelo winning in a dominant fashion.
I think, Billy Joe, you got a kid that can box his ass off, that can keep moving, that can make him look real bad. So I don't think it's going to be anything different, with the third fight.
So you like Billy Joe's chances in that fight?
I like his. Listen, man, as soon as I heard about the fight, I said, listen. I seen a few of his, last few fights. I'm like, yo. And I think he really impressed me with the fight when he fought
Lemieux.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When he fought Lemieux, man, I was very, very impressed with that fight. Back then. I used to hear about him. I didn't really know too much about him. As soon as I seen him fight Lemieux, I was like, yo, this kid can fight.
He looked terrible in his last fight though, Billy Joe. Yeah, I think even Billy Joe would admit he looked terrible. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he fought on that YouTuber card, Logan Paul, and
that's probably was the issue. That's probably the problem. Trying to fight on these damn YouTube crazy asses.
Yeah.
No, but like if he like I say, he has the skills, bro. I think that'll be a lot more challenging fight for Canelo.
How do you think that fight with Saunders is going to play out next Saturday? Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
I think Saunders is going to box. I think Saunders is going to, try to box as much as possible. I know he's not going to stay there with Canelo. I feel like Canelo's just going to walk him down, hands up tight, guarded up, like how he did with Callum and how he did with Kovalov, hands up tight, walking him down, easing his way in little by little. But Saunders is a very good boxer, and he's a southpaw too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I know that's tough for Canelo, especially a boxer puncher that he could punch too a little bit. But he's slick, and it's hard. It's difficult for a slick southpaw. It's not easy.
Yeah. Will you be watching that fight at all as a student too? Because you're looking at a guy, how to be effective against a guy like Saunders who's just going to be moving for 12 rounds. Will you at all be watching, taking some notes?
Yeah. For me, man,
because guys gonna be moving like that on you.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about attending the fight. I want to get there and I want to see it live. I want to get that press or whatever, and I just want him to see my face. Let him know that, listen, I'm here. Yeah, man. I'm really looking close to that fight. Because these are the type of guys that I could possibly be fighting in the future.
So I love that. Just letting them know you're here. Like, this is one of the young bulls coming your way that you're gonna have to fight soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
So you mentioned with Saunders, it could be difficult, man. He's slick. He's a southpaw. Do you think that, because Canelo's been so dominant lately, that when he runs into this style again, like the type of Lara style, the Mayweather style, even Khan gave him some problems, that he looks more mortal. He looks more, like not so invincible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I seen. I said, damn, if he gives that type of Lara boxing treatment or the Floyd Mayweather treatment, and not going there and not going there and fighting to survive, but fighting to win is going to be a lot different than what people, I think, expect.
What do you think of Canelo as a boxer? Do you think he's one of the greatest?
Yeah, I think he stands out alone. He learned so much from that Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yeah, and he hasn't lost since.
Yeah, he's gonna wind up retiring undefeated. I like to see him fight that Charlo guy. That's gonna be a good fight. I don't think that guy's strong enough, but I think that guy, he's not afraid. He's smart, and he'll put up a good fight till whatever happens, happens.
Oh, Charlo's a good friend. I'd love to see Charlo fight Canelo. That would be an amazing.
That's gonna be an interesting fight, but it's gonna be a knockout. He going the distance.
Oh, I like that.
Going the distance.
Does Saunders have a chance? I assume he's probably going to try and play chess with Canelo.
Yeah, he's going to. Look, Saunders is a big, heavy guy, quite broad, quite similar size to Canelo. I think similar size as well. So I think, but I just feel like Canelo is just one step ahead of everyone, man. The guy is a beast. I mean, you can't disrespect him. What he's done in the sport of boxing at the moment, you have to have him pound for pound number one. The guy is dangerous. The guy is on top of his game, man. He's young. He's at the peak of his career. I think no one's touching him. In boxing or with skill or power. The guy, he's got everything on his side.
Yeah. Does Canelo look any different to you now than when you fought him, just skill-wise or technique-wise, or does he look about the same?
I think he looks a little bit more confident. You see him now, how he's fighting. He has his hand down a little bit. He tries to use his head movement a little bit more. He tries to box at times a little bit more as well. I think he's starting to believe more in his boxing skills as well than his power. But when he fought me, there was no boxing skills there. He had his hands tight, guard, and he wasn't really doing much. Whereas now, you can see him, he's trying to box a little bit more.
Yeah. I think the third, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head when that third Golovkin fight. I think Golovkin's, I don't want to say he's looking to cash out, but he is a bit longer in the tooth.
No fight is in there to cash out. But one thing about Golovkin, he's been in so many wars.
Right.
And I feel them 2 wars he had with Canelo, the third one, it's only going to be bad, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like he's too worn out of it. I mean, his body's not going to recover from a beating like that. His body's not going to be the same as he used to be when he was 26. I mean, people forget how old Golovkin is. He's quite old as well.
What's your breakdown then on his upcoming fight?
Who?
Saunders?
Saunders? I mean, I got Canelo. Saunders is real good. He definitely can fight his ass off. But I mean, I got Canelo. Canelo just only getting better. He just seemed like, like after that Floyd fight, he just keep elevating more. Every time he fights, he learns more and more. He gets better and better. And I got Canelo.
Billy Joe Saunders, who you got in that fight? Yo, that's a tough fight. A lot of people say Canelo gonna walk through it, but I think that's gonna be a hard fight.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a hard fight. Canelo always struggles with people who box, and that dude's thoroughbred boxer on his toes all night. He can't punch, but has great boxing skills, great angles, and he can give him hell if he's in great shape.
Yeah.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. That's a real good fight.
Yeah.
You gonna be watching Canelo Saunders?
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely, I'm gonna be tuned into that. Most definitely.
Do you think he'll struggle with that style like he did, some years ago with Lara, or do you think he's figured out how to fight against that kind of guy?
I mean, it's world-class boxing. You can't expect it to just go in there and win every single round. There got to be some type of competition in there. So I see him just feeling him out, trying to get used to it. Maybe, struggling a little bit until he figures him out and adapts to his style.
When he figures him out, do you think he gets a stoppage, or it's going to go 12, this kind of fight?
I say go 12. I think Billy Joe's pretty slick, and if he hits survival mode, he could last.
What do you think of Billy Joe's jab?
That's a good jab. He's a good boxer, man, all around. His fundamentals are pretty good. So, I mean, I don't think you should count him all the way out like everybody is. Because at the end of the day, he is a professional fighter that was a world champion, and he's proved himself. So,
I mean, Tyson Fury said, don't be surprised, he's going to win.
He got Tyson in his corner, Tyson in his ear, motivating him, so that's going to help a lot, too.
Just announced Canelo's fight, Billy Joe Saunders. What do you think of that?
Ooh, that's a good fight.
You know Billy Joe.
I like Billy Joe. That's my boy right there. Woo, Billy Joe. Let's go, champ. I didn't know they made that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Billy Joe, man. Billy Joe gonna get busy, man.
Yeah.
Billy Joe get busy, man. Billy Joe get busy. Billy Joe, man. Let's go, champ. That's my boy. He get busy, man. Billy Joe got hands. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Canelo's just a different fighter, different everything.
This is what I keep hearing from most fighters, that he's just on a different plane at this stage right now.
It's on a different planet. Yeah.
So do you think he'll have an easy time with Saunders, and after that Caleb Plant, or is one of those guys more than the other going to give him a tough time?
No, I don't think so. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I see him. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. Maybe he'll go the distance with one of them, or end it in the late rounds. But either way, it's not going to be a fight where Canelo's going to get beat up in any way.
How does he look for his fight? I think it's May 8th against Billy Joe Saunders. How does Canelo look in training camp?
I think Canelo look great. I think Canelo is one of the best boxers in the world. He's dedicated, and he's an amazing boxer. And I think nobody right now can beat Canelo. Nobody.
So what's your prediction for the Billy Joe Saunders fight?
I think Canelo's gonna knock that guy down.
Yeah.
Canelo has an upcoming fight.
Canelo is a hard fight too, style, because Billy Joe Saunders, he moves, he's lefty, he has an awkward style, but I don't think he has the power to stop Canelo. To stop Canelo, you have to be strong, you have to have a heavy hand to make him feel the power and for him to stay behind. But Billy Joe Saunders doesn't have the power, so I think Canelo's gonna break him down little by little, and he might end up knocking him out.
Canelo's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. You gave Canelo a lot of trouble because you had a very tricky style. How do you see that fight? Do you think Saunders gives Canelo a lot of trouble? Hablando de la pelea de Canelo, va a pelear contra Billy Joe Saunders. Tú peleaste contra Canelo. Tu estilo le dio a él muchas dificultades. ¿Crees que Saunders con su estilo puede ganar o lo puede complicar la pelea?
Sí, claro que sí. Saunders es un buen boxeador zurdo, tiene un buen estilo también, un boxeador de movimiento también. Creo que depende de lo que haga esa noche, cómo se prepare, puede tener la victoria.
Do you think it's a split decision fight? Do you feel one person or the other can win the fight? ¿Crees que puede ser una pelea polémica? Porque el estilo de Saunders, ves que Canelo puede ganar.
Tiene que ganarle claramente a Canelo. Tiene que ganarle claramente para que le puedan dar la victoria, porque si no se acuerdan, hace 7 años atrás, en el 2014 yo peleé con él, le gané claramente y me robaron la pelea.
Martin, can you translate? He's saying that Canelo must win his fight clearly, not leaving no doubt about it. Because if you remember 7 years ago, I fought Canelo and I felt I won clearly, and that fight got stolen from me.
How much better does he see Canelo has gotten since they last fought? Has he gotten any better?
¿Qué tanto ha mejorado Canelo?
Sí, ha mejorado que hay de su mérito. Canelo de que peleó conmigo hace 7 años atrás ha mejorado. Eso hay que mirar, hay que darle el mérito.
I gotta give him credit. He has improved a lot. There's no doubt about it. All credit to him for that.
And what categories in particular, if you can
¿Se puede especificar en qué ha mejorado?
No, ha mejorado bastante. Yo como boxeador, que también peleé con él y sé que ha mejorado bastante porque ha tenido buenas peleas y lo han tenido más, ocupado, activo y ahí se mejora.
Just fight after fight, he's remained active, and through that experience, he has gotten better each and every day.
Canelo might be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. You like that fight, Fernando? Tough fight? Or?
Look, Canelo's a man right now, really. He's fought everybody. His last fight, the Crusher, is amazing. What else can you say? You can't say because the kid works hard and great champion. You can't discredit him at all.
Does Billy Joe got a chance? No, he doesn't. But you know what? I'm not gonna cut the man short like that. Everybody has a chance when they're in that ring. So anything can happen. Do I believe he has the eye of the tiger to go out there and win? No. But do I believe he has a chance? When you're in there, it's different. Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta ask you about a big fight coming up. Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. Billy's big back home. What do you expect from that matchup, man?
Canelo's my favourite fighter, hands down. And I think he'll stop Billy Joe Saunders within 6 rounds. I could be wrong. Billy Joe Saunders could keep it long and keep moving, and Canelo could win on points. But regardless, the Canelo win. Yeah. I just don't see it happening any other way.
Billy Joe, like I said he wanted to, told the people, but when it came down to it, he ran the other way. And at the end of the day, I can't blame him. I can't be mad at him because Canelo was like, oh, come on, no, fight me. I give you, at the same time. But at the same time, you say, fuck Canelo. I'm not waiting to fight Canelo in May. I want to fight Demetrius in February. So, I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I said, some people just talk to talk, or just blow smoke and mirrors so they can get what they're looking for. And, best of luck to Billy Joe. Best of luck to whoever wins. But at the end of the day, we already know, Billy Joe don't have that, you know what I'm saying, that African shit, that shit in you. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't this right here. He ain't this to go dog to dog, man to man. He don't got that. You feel what I'm saying? He is not one of them guys to do that. That's all I'm saying. You hit me? You better hope I don't ever get up. You feel me? If not, we gonna make this shit, and it's gonna be a smart fight, of course. But I'm just letting you know, bro. This is not. Yeah. I'm gonna throw pillows all night.
Yo, speaking of, I don't want to touch too much on this, but just because you just brought it up, Billy Joe, does he present stylistically? Does he present the type of problem for Canelo that, say, Canelo had with Floyd, Canelo had with Erislandy Lara? I know that's what a lot of people are thinking, that Billy Joe, he's a slick fighter and this, that, and the other. But I'm talking to someone who knows slickness right now.
Yeah,
so
he went 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with Martin Murray. That's the best I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Go back and watch that fight. He went 12 rounds with Martin Murray. No disrespect to Martin Murray.
Right.
But how long Martin Murray's been out the ring for?
True.
So when it comes down to it, it's not okay. Yeah, his the dog is not there. You know what I'm saying? There's no dog there. Some people talk the dog, and then some people fight the dog. You know what I'm saying? I can do both, but Billy Joe is straight talk, and he'll run and bounce around and throw these little soft jabs, and then if you don't hit hard, he'll try to get in the middle. You feel me? So for Canelo, yeah, he's gotten technically better with his feet work a little bit. He learned how to cut off the ring finally. He's throwing some shots. So
has he, do you think he's gotten that much better?
I did not say much better. I didn't say that much better. I didn't say
he's gotten better. He's gotten better.
He's gotten better. That's it. Just I don't know what word to use other than better. What's the next? What's under? You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's
not
fair.
Nicer. He ain't nice. He ain't got nicer. He got better.
But you know what I'm saying? You know how people, when they talk about him, they act like, oh my God, he's gotten so much better since the Floyd fight.
Not at all. Not at all.
Right.
but he gotten better with certain things. Like, okay, right, he got a little better, right, and then all of a sudden he slips 4 or 5 jabs, and everybody's like you said, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I've been slipping 4 or 5 jabs all my life. What the hell are you talking? What the hell? They blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a media job, whatever. They blow it up. Oh my God, he slipped 4 or 5 jabs. He got like, nah, bro, got a little better.
Right.
So like me, you got a little better, okay? Yeah, because you're moving a little bit, whatever. Yeah, you should have learned from Floyd that Floyd fight. So, but not like no. Okay, he's still like just a walking forward type guy that learn how to use his head a little bit more now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his feet, but he's still just a stationary target for somebody like me.
So
as far as him and Billy Joe now, it's like, Billy Joe's just his performances and his efforts they just die down eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo, they know that, we gonna walk him down. We're gonna walk him down. He can only do so much because there's no power behind his shit. He's sloppy with his shit. And when he sits, he's gonna sit there eventually because he's not he doesn't live and eat boxing the same way some people do. You can tell from his outside living. And that's just it.
His next fight is in May, right? May. They already announced it right away. It was already May something. That should be a better fight. He's fighting a world champion in Saunders. I still think Canelo wins, but it's a better fight, more competitive than this.
Cool. Do you think it goes the distance in May?
Saunders is a boxer. He moves around. He'll make things a little more complicated, so he might go the distance. But I still think Canelo wins. He's improved so much in the last couple of years. After that first fight with Triple G, after that is where I've seen the most improvement, like the most best defense, the more offense, the more confidence in himself, and stronger. So prior to the first Triple G fight, it was still a little questionable, not so I don't know, just it was like there was something missing, like it's not complete, like something that wasn't complete. But after that Triple G fight, maybe that experience from that first fight, really helped him, and after that he's been on a good one.